To talk about my homecoming, my trip home to St. Thomas, which was so much fun. When I say so much fun, like
turn right
so
on
much fun.
Avenue.
Let's talk about months leading up to that. So pretty much this was a planned trip from last year. Me and my siblings was all supposed to be going, cousins who I haven't met, and cousins who I grew up with. And unfortunately, the ones that I haven't met didn't get to go. But the ones who I did grow up with, they were there, but they were a part of Carnival, so we really didn't get to spend too much time together. A lot of time together because they was busy. Months leading up to that, I want to say a month or two away, probably not even a month or two, probably a month away from when we supposed to go, I got into a car accident. And what happened? I got into a car accident, so that meant I was down for a whole month because I was pursuing the person that hit me. I was going through their car insurance to pay me for my damages. Well, my car ended up getting totaled out, so that meant for a whole month I didn't work. So now on top of that is my bills on my mind. Then on top of that, I want to say finally I was able to get the police report. The police report was taking forever to come through. But finally they came through. Then on top of that, when the police report came through, a girlfriend of mine, she called me and told me about Hire Car. Hire Car is a car rental company. Pretty much regular people have extra cars that they want to rent out. They put it on this app and they rent it out for whatever fee that they prefer. And then you can just go forward and select it. And then once they approve your request, then you can go pick it up. You normally have to. This is not a promotion, by the way. This is just me telling you the whole process of how Hire Car works. This is the service that I use and that I'm currently using as we speak.
Turn right on Lock Raven
So,
Boulevard.
anyway, she told me about Hire Car. I got the car. No, so maybe it was probably like 2 months leading up to that then. So let's say about 2 months. I got the car. Now I'm back on the road. My dad kept calling me and asking me if I was coming still, right? And I would tell him, at this point, I'm like, I'm not sure because, I had a car accident and blah, 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 blah.
You've arrived at your destination.
I had the accident. I'm waiting, still going through the whole process with the whole accident. And so right now I'm not sure what is what regarding the accident. But now I have a car, so I'm back on the road trying to work, trying to catch up on my bills and what so forth and all that, right? So my dad has been calling me. He's been telling me like, asking if I'm still coming. Are you sure? What could he do to make sure that I get here? And I'm like being cocky, like, well, Dad, right now I need to pay the deductible on my account, $1,000, so I can go ahead and get my car fixed. Like, this is my well-being. This is how I pay my bills. Blah blah blah. And he never really said yay or nay or anything, but pretty much that was a no. So a couple of days go by, or maybe like a week or two will go by. Now he's back on my line. This time around, I'm in the office with my mom. I'm at my mom's job. Me and my mom, like, oh, so it was my mom's idea. I wasn't even bothering to ask him. The night before, I had just went online and checked how much the tickets would have cost to go to St. Thomas, and I was trying to see how I could finesse and finagle to go. Still, because at this point, my sister is going, her mom is going. Like, I want to go. So, what ended up happening? So, I end up. Okay, so that when I'm in the office now, he calls me and he asks me, you know, what does it take for me to come to St. Thomas? So my mother was like, tell him he should buy the ticket then. Real cocky. Like, yeah, buy the ticket. Yeah, that's me now. I'm co-signing. Yeah, why don't you just buy the ticket? So he was like, how much was the ticket? When I looked, I think the ticket was like $420. I know it was well over $400. So he was like, okay, just like that. So I'm like, he gonna send me the money or what? He said, okay. I want to say within 30 minutes to an hour, he had Western Union me the money for the ticket. It happened so quick. All that cockiness, all that disrespect that I had went out the window, because inside I'm like, yes, Daddy finally came through. Daddy, my big daddy came through. Anyway, pump. Nobody couldn't tell me nothing. My phone.
1,000 feet. Exit right.
So, yeah, child. Yup. I said it. Nobody couldn't tell me nothing about my daddy.
Exit right to exit 31A, Maryland 147 South.
I end up, so that day, I went to every Western Union in the area. And every Western Union was down. So I had to wait the next day. So when I waited the next day, of course the prices went up just a tad bit. It went up just a little bit. And then I had to pay for my bag. So granted, I was working that day, so I had enough money to cover my bags and plus, you know, my ticket. So I booked the ticket. Well, child, I booked the ticket. It wasn't until the day before I leave
right to I-695 East
to go to St. Thomas, I realized that my ticket is not telling me that I'm landing in St. Thomas. It's telling me that I'm landing in St. Croix. So I call my dad again, and I'm in full-fledged panic. And my dad, super chill, like, don't worry about it. At this time, I'm calling my cousin. My cousin is calling every flying source, every boat service, everything that she could think of to see about
in 2.4 miles,
carrying me from St. Croix to St. Thomas. Everything booked. My dad now, he calls me back probably a couple of hours later. Calls me back. He was like, don't worry about nothing until, you know, I got everything. A cousin of yours, you're going to meet a cousin in St. Croix. He was able to get a ticket for you. So once you get in St. Croix, he's going to make sure that you get on the plane to where you need to go to get to St. Thomas, to get here to St. Thomas. So I said, okay. Solves that problem. Daddy, again, saves the day. So anyway, we on the trip, and I get to St. Croix. I'm going to have footage of me first landing, the beach in St. Croix, me just playing in the water pretty much. Ain't really much, just the water for real. My cousin, he did not want me to get messed up because he didn't want my father to be fussing at him. Only because everybody know I'm a swimmer. I'm a whole fish, okay? When I get in water, I can stay in water every day, all day long. You hear me? So, anyway, we end up, okay, so then I caught the plane. It was a small plane, very, very small plane. They had freaking, what they call chickens on the daggone plane as well. Heard them in the back crowing. We end up going to St. Thomas. Boom, I made it. My dad is there to pick me up. We had a great time. So I'm going to be showing you pictures of us in the village. That's pretty much where all the partying took place. I'm also going to show you pictures of Juve. Juve started at 2 in the morning. So people was coming to the village. That's where like all the food and everything was at. And like all the partying and all the bands and all that stuff was playing. They were coming to the village that day like at 10 o'clock. Like normally everybody would get there like 7, 8 o'clock. It's jumping because they got vendors out there. And then they'll go to the village. But no, they were coming to the village like 10 o'clock. And then straight from the village, they switched straight into Juve. So these folk now, the folk now has been up all night, partied all morning. I was bum tired. Me and my sister, when we found out what time Juve was, we two-pieced the daggone village, okay? We were out of there. But anyway, we had a wonderful time and everything. I got some footage of us at the beach. Put some pictures in there of me and my fam together. Family on my mom's side. That's where I actually, where the carnival took place. It was in the back of my aunt's house. So we're going to have footage of that, of the carnival. So I'm going to drop a separate video for the carnival. I'm going to drop a separate video for Juve. But in between, I may put them in this video, or I might just create a flip book to match my story. As simple as that. But yeah, Juve, I had a wonderful time. The people were so humbling. A lot of those people down there still need a lot of help. And I'm not talking about a lot of help like, you know, hold my hand and counsel. No, honey, I'm talking about folks still have no rooftops on their house. And you mean to tell me we still had a full-blown Juve, a full-blown carnival, and we had a wonderful time. Everybody was respectable. Everybody speaks to you. And when I say everybody speak, everybody speak. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. They speak, okay? Everybody shares. It's just mind-blowing to me how, if I never felt like I was out of place before, in that moment, I was right where I needed to be. I was home. I was home. And I loved every bit of it. I can't wait to come back. My next stop is Anguilla. I need to go visit my grandmother because she raised me as well. So, you know, I haven't seen her in years. So, you know, that's the next trip on the list to go to. That's a must. She's having a birthday in January or February of next year. She's turning 80. So they was trying to do a cruise for her, but they said the cruise was a bit too much. So now we're going to end up just doing just a little party down there in Anguilla for her. And I'm all for it. And if I can get there before then, Lord God willing, I will be. Okay? That's a must. I need to see my grandmother, period. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. But my trip to St. Thomas was everything.
Turn right.
It was a soul cleansing. It was humbling. It was loving. It took my whole life to a whole nother level. Like, my whole being to a whole nother level. And there's no place that I ever want to be other than where I was at. And I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. 100% I loved it. But to each his own. We still out here Ubering, as you can see. This is nightlife right now. I think I'm gonna call it a quits at 12, but we shall see. We shall see. It's 11:16 now, but what the heck? Okay.